Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this vegan sweet potato shepherd's pie. I hope you guys enjoy. For your ingredients you're going to need half a bell pepper, half a medium-sized onion, sweet potato, so you can either have one large one or two medium-sized ones. For your seasoning, you're going to need some garlic, all-purpose, roast potato and basil. You're also going to need some tomato puree and some pink Himalayan salt. So this is a much healthier alternative to regular salt. And then of course some oil. I like my coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you like. And for the key ingredient, we're going to need some mince, but this is obviously corn mince. This is what makes it all very vegan. You're only going to need half a cup of this. Moving on to preparation, we're going to start off by cutting our vegetables. So we're going to start with our pepper. So I'm just going to cut it off and make sure that I remove the seed, and then I just chop it into cubes. Then I'm going to pop it into my side dish and save it for later. Then we're going to move on to the onion. So I'm just going to peel off all the excess bits, and then I'm just going to chop this as well. Once I pretty much chopped most of the onions, I'm now going to do this little mincing method that I saw on MasterChef. So I'm just going to mince the onions up so they're really nice and small and thin. And then again, they're ready to go. Then moving on to one of the key ingredients, we're going to wash and peel our potatoes. So once they are done, we're just going to go ahead and cut these into half slices and then cut those slices again. So we're just going to repeat this on both potatoes. Then we're going to grab our small pan and pop our potatoes into there, ready for boiling. So then we're just going to add some hot water and make sure we cover all of the potatoes. Now moving on to cooking time, we're just going to put the sweet potatoes on the hob on gas mark 4, and then we're going to go and work on the minced beef or the corn mince. So I just put a spoonful of coconut oil into my hot pot and just let that melt. So once it's hot, we're going to add our onions and peppers. Then we're going to mix that up evenly. Just make sure that you leave it to cook for about 2 minutes. And then once you're ready, we're going to add our tomato puree in there. So I'm giving it a couple of squeezes and then making sure that I evenly mix it all together, making sure that I spread the tomatoes and the onions and the peppers well together. Then we're going to add some water and just mix that together as well. So again, using half a cup. So the texture and the consistency should be quite watery, so it should look like this. Then we're going to add our all-purpose seasoning, garlic. Then we're going to mix the garlic and all-purpose together and add some basil and a 1/4 cup of water. So just going to pour that in and mix it well together. So it should now look like this. So now you know that it's ready for the corn meat to be added in. Once that's added, we're just going to evenly mix it together and just let it cook for about 2 to 5 minutes. It cooks really quickly. So whilst we do that, we're just going to check up on the sweet potatoes. So they should be pretty much done now. So they should be fairly overcooked like this. Then we're going to add our pink Himalayan salt to the sweet potatoes and to the corn mince as well. Now the consistency is a lot thicker. So now that you know that it's pretty much ready to go. And as you can see, the sweet potatoes are also ready and done for mashing. So now we're actually going to drain 1/4 of the water, and this is going to be really helpful for making the mashed potato a lot smoother. You could use milk like an oat milk or an almond, but I just prefer to use water. So we're just going to go ahead and mash the potatoes like so. Once they're all pretty much smooth and mashed together, we're going to add some roast potato seasoning. Then I'm going to grab my silicone spatula and just mix that evenly together. So it should be this kind of consistency. Then we're going to go and grab our oven dish, and then we're going to add the mince in there, making sure that we evenly spread everything across the whole dish. So I'm just going to try and make sure that it's all nice and even so that the sweet potatoes sit really nicely on top. So it should look like this. Now I'm just going to grab my sweet potato using a big spoon, and I'm just going to dollop that all across the pan again. Then I'm going to use the back of my spoon to create a smooth top layer. And just before we put this in the oven, we're going to add some parsley and peri-peri seasoning, and this is optional, so you don't have to add it. And this is pretty much now ready to go in the oven for 10 minutes. And now once it's out of the oven, it's pretty much ready to go. I just like to add some tiny little spinach leaves just for the aesthetic. And that is it, guys. That is this really nice sweet potato shepherd's pie, of course the vegan version, ready for Veganuary. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if any of you try it, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much.